Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So you'll have already had your how to live your best life in 2018 video, and what we're going to do, I'm so sorry, it is your birthday month, isn't it, Cappy? Sorry. It's just that you guys view my videos the least, along with Sagittarius, and I tend to upload for those who view the most. And I do apologise. Happy birthday, guys. I wasn't ignoring you. I do apologise, okay? It's just that the way that my mind works is I do for people that view most. Don't take offence to that, please, please, please. But then, you know what? You are right. I shouldn't be looking at whether people view my videos the most or the least. I should really be doing it because it's the birthday month. So, sorry, sweetnesses. And I do have people that watch the videos anyway. Love you loads. Sorry. Happy birthday. So, this is your love reading. How do you find true love in 2018? You know, love's a funny thing. Some people will have gone through things continuously, continuous patterns of meeting the wrong dudes all the time. I'm one of those types of people, always meeting the same old shitheads. But you know what? I'm not really looking for love, not because I resent it, but because I love the tarot and I focus my life and my work on that. If somebody should pass by my way again and they'd be the right person, fair enough. But other than that, not really that fussed about love. But I know that a lot of people are. I know a lot of people would love to find the right person. This is for all of you guys who really would like to find the right love partner in 2018 and beyond. And hopefully this is going to shed some light on how you actually do it. So for this reading, we're using the Golden Tarot for your reading. And this is lovely. It's by Cat Black, one of my favourite decks. For advice, we're using the Guardian Angel Tarot cards, the Romance Angel Tarot cards. These are both by Doreen Virtue. And a lovely Jennifer pack that I picked up. I think it's quite rare. It's the Love Tarot 50 Ways to Divine Love in this deck, and it's by Liz Dean. It was 45 quid on Amazon, but I thought I'm not buying it. It's only filled with majors. I'm not buying that for 45 quid, so I got it on eBay secondhand for $12.99, and this will be the lesson that maybe you should adhere to at the end of the reading that can help you finding true love. So with that said, we're going to go through the areas. It's just really a replica of the first reading that you've had up, but it's done in terms of love. So what we're going to ask is, how does Capricorn find true love in 2018? Universe, Spirit, how will Capricorn find true love in 2018? What is the advice you have for Capricorn in terms of finding true love in 2018? What is the advice that you have for Capricorn in terms of finding true love in 2018? What is the advice you have for Capricorn and how they find true love in 2018? Show me. Alright, so we're going to split the deck into three. Collect it back up like so. And remember, I have to turn the cards around this way so you guys get to see the actual spread properly, okay? So you get to see it in the upright. I see everything reversed on my desk, but it's on my screen so I can see what's going on in the upright. So this is your foundation. This is the reason why you're looking for love. As a result of that, what you've been doing about it, what your goals are for love, and as a result of those goals, what you're going to be focusing on to achieve those goals in terms of love in 2018, Capricorn. This is your challenge in terms of love, and this is how you're going to overcome that challenge in position 6. This is what you need to do next in terms of finding true love. This is who you guys are in 2018 in terms of love. This is the influences coming in, so things that you'll need to deal with in terms of love. This is your hopes or fears concerning love in 2018, and this is the overall advice for how you guys find true love in 2018. So let's have a quick look at this reading and see what's going on. Pardon me if it's a little bit quicker than the other ones. All it is that I really have been trying to get these readings down to say 30 minutes a piece if I can. It's very, very difficult, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but it's so hard to do that, and I really do want to try and get these down a little bit. The reason that you guys want to find true love in 2018 is the Queen of Swords energy. So the Queen of Swords is all about having to... So this is the foundation. This is the reason for everything and why you want to find true love. I think that for some of you guys, this is either a Capricorn where you've had to cut people out with the Queen of Swords energy, or people have cut you, because the Queen of Swords energy means off with his head or off with her head. That's what she does. Yes, if you thought about queens of old, you know, your Queen of Swords would be Queen Mary, Queen of Scots, or King Henry VIII's daughter, Queen Mary. Yeah, it's those type of women that don't even think twice. They'll just take your head off with one fell swoop. And the Queen of Swords does that. So the reason that you want to find true love is because, and also some of you guys might be on your own, you might have been single. There are certain cards in the tarot that will show single women or single men. Queen of Swords is one, Hermit is another one, High Priestess is another card that shows loneliness within the tarot. Nine of Coins can show somebody who's alone, single, for example. Nine of Swords to a certain extent as well. So those types of cards show people who are on their own. And the Queen of Swords can definitely, because she's usually seen as a barren, widowed, single individual spinster. So the reason that you might want to find true love as well is that some of you guys might have been on your own for quite a while with that Queen of Swords energy. And as a result of that, Capricorn, your focus has been, well, Knight of Cups, getting out there. So this is what you're doing to find true love. So as a result, I think that you've been single, some of you guys, for quite a while with that Queen of Swords energy. And I think as a result of that, you have focused on getting out there a little bit more. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups means to travel. It's a travel card. It means to express, to show that you're available, because he's holding the Ace of Cups. Remember, all the court cards will, the swords, Queen of Swords here, for example, Queen, King, Knight, Page of the Swords all hold a sword. Same with the cups. Queen, King, Knight, Queen, King, Knight, Page will all hold cups, okay? So this person is saying, well, I'm available. So some of you guys, you've been showing you're available recently as a result of being on your own, whether that's getting onto internet dating, whether that's going out with your friends a little bit more, going to bars, restaurants. I think that you're showing that you're available with the Knight of Cups energy, because your goal is, for love, the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is to really, in terms of finding love, is to get you, to broaden your horizons. So the Three of Wands is all about broadening your horizons. So I feel for you, Capricorn, your goal is this year, in terms of finding true love, is to broaden your horizons with that Three of Wands energy showing there. But as a result of that, in order to do that with the Three of Wands, the Ten of Cups, you've got to do the Ten of Cups. So you've got to mingle, you've got to be in it, you've got to be around people who share. And also the Three of Wands is about your ships coming in. So some of you guys, your goal is to have your ships coming in terms of true love. So it's the type of love that you've been waiting for. But in order to have that, you've really got to surround yourself with your tribe. The Tens, like the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, are all about your tribe. It's all about the people that you know, the people that you get on with, the people that you share a natural affinity or magnetism to. So this is all about, how you're going to get this? Well, it's about indulging with people that you know, being around people that you feel good around, that you are able to build some form of rapport or strong type of relationships with that Ten of Cups. Because your challenge, Capricorn, is the Two of Swords. Some of you guys have blocked people out. Some of you guys are very, very private as people. You're very, some of you guys might be quite insecure, quite defensive with that Two of Swords energy. But the way that you overcome that, Capricorn, is by doing this, the King of Cups. It's allowing yourself to soften with this King of Cups energy. It's about allowing yourself to become more emotionally led rather than mentally, because this is all about the head. So the Two of Swords says, well, no, it's not all about the head. It's also about the heart. Two of Swords, you can see she's crossing her chest. Two of Swords is, I block people out because I'm hurting or I don't trust. It's a card that represents to mistrust or to, have a lot of trust issues. Is the Two of Swords. You tend to say, keep out. I don't want you anywhere near me. But the way that you overcome that is really to become your own counsellor, the King of Cups. Some of you guys might need to go to a counsellor. King of Cups is a counsellor as well. It might be for some of you guys to gain some counsel with the King of Cups, to speak to people who care about you, to start really trying to find that bit of self-love. Because the Two of Swords isn't about self-love. The Two of Swords is about anger and negativity. And the King of Cups is all about, well, I need to open myself up to love. I need to find and understand who I am as a person. If I want to receive love, I've got to be able to give it. The next stage for what you need to do to find true love for some of you guys is the Temperance card. I really do feel that you guys need to work on something in terms of the self. And why I say that is because of this. I think some of you guys might be very shut down with this Two of Swords here, because I think you've been on your own a while. And as a result, I do think you've been trying to get out there a little bit, open yourself up, become available, show that you're available. Because your goal is to have your ship coming in for love. You want love. But you realise you've got to find your tribe and find the people who are most like you. Build those strong emotional bonds with others, because your challenge is the self. You're too blocked. You tend to push people away, I feel, with the Two of Swords. But the best way to overcome that, for some of you guys, it will be counselling with that King of Cups energy. And for some of you guys, you have to find the love within yourself. You have to build up your emotional confidence with that King of Cups energy to know that you are lovable and to know that you are worth it. Because coming in, the next way that you're going to deal with or find true love is by temperance. Temperance is about mingling with others, but it's also about finding that balance, but it's usually finding balance within the self. It's not with another person, it's about finding it within the self with the temperance card. Because you guys are pretty unbalanced here, I feel, with this Two of Swords in your challenge position, being that this is the self, this is who you are. You guys in 2018, Capricorn, are the death card. You are going through a rebirth. You're going through a transition with death. Okay, so you're going through a time of an awakening, a rebirth. You're closing the door on the past. At least you're trying to do that with the death energy. And what you'll find coming in for some of you Capricorns is the Seven of Coins, a waiting time. So Seven of Coins in terms of finding love means to wait. The good thing is, because you've planted the seeds with the Seven of Coins, Capricorn. So what you need to do now is wait for them to blossom. And where did you plant those seeds? You planted them with the temperance energy. So in order to find true love, the next stage is temperance. And this is finding the balance within oneself. In which what you'll find coming in is the Seven of Coins. Waiting to see the results of all of your hard work. So you'll wait. And the results will be with an individual. Because you put so much effort into the self as the next stage to finding true love, this is about saying, well, the next stage that you'll experience is the Seven of Coins. You're going to need to wait to see what the results are of all the hard work that you put into yourself with the temperance energy. Because your hopes or fears will be the devil. Well, your fears are the devil. Toxic relationships. Relationships devoid of any meaning, any type of love. Abusive people. Controlling people, obnoxious people, being in relationships that only have the purpose to enslave you. That's all your fears there. That's probably why some of you guys decided to go it alone for quite a while. But the overall advice for how you find true love in 2018, Capricorn, Knight of Swords, you've just got to go and do it. You've just got to be fearless. You have to be fearless with that Knight of Swords energy. You have to. I'm not telling you that you have to be aggressive in how you find love, but you have to go out there and find it and search for it. It doesn't mean that you have to, you know what, Knight of Swords is Knight of Swords. We can't always say, well, you've got to go out there and, look for it, but you've got to go out there and you've got to do stuff. And you can't be a wallflower and afraid to do it, because you're this. Your challenge is this Two of Swords. So really, I should really look at the challenge position and say, well, what is it that you can do to come out of that challenge position? Well, there's two ways to look at it. The King of Cups is the one way, and the overall advice is the second way. So if you've blocked yourself off and you're blocking people out, well, the first stage for how you find true love and how you overcome the challenge, some of you guys might be terribly shy, because Two of Swords usually is a card about a defense mechanism and putting up your guard. But people put up their guard for all sorts of reasons. So it might not even be that some of you guys have been deeply hurt. It might be that you're just deeply, deeply shy. But how you overcome that is by the King of Cups energy. Some of you guys might need counselling. You might need to turn to someone who's understanding. But it also might be that you need to start finding a way to understand what your own self-value is with the King of Cups. You have to start being kinder to yourself. More compassionate with yourself. More understanding with yourself. Because the overall outcome is the Knight of Swords. You're going to have to get out there sometime. If you want this, if you want love, you're going to have to go out there and, make your presence felt with this Knight of Swords energy showing here. I'm just going to get a couple of clarifiers. Why is the Queen of Swords the reason for Capricorn wanting to find true love in 2018? Why is the Queen of Swords the reason for Capricorn wanting to find true love in 2018? Show me. Well, there you go, the Nine of Coins. I think that you guys have been on your own. You guys are the Queen of Swords, because I think that a lot of you guys have possibly focused on your careers. Nine of Coins is all about career. It's about value, focusing on the money. It's about focusing on gain, getting more money, getting more gain, getting more success. So I think that, this is possibly for some of you guys a self-imposed thing to be perfectly honest. I don't think that, you know, the reason that you're focusing on finding true love is because you've been on your own, because you've been hurt. Because the Nine of Coins isn't a card about being hurt. The Nine of Coins is a card about, well, I've been on my own, focusing on my own shit, focusing on getting my, you know, my career going, focusing on getting my, you know, my career going, my business going, making more money, living a lifestyle, perhaps traveling the world, spending time with friends, that type of thing. So it's a nice energy, those two. But I think as a result of that energy, you recognise, well, I have spent a lot of time on my own, and maybe it would be good to go out and find love. So in the recent past, as a result of these, I think the first stage is that you guys have been going out there and saying, look, I'm available. And that might be on social media for some of you guys, because your hope is, or your goal is, the Three of Wands. And I think that this Three of Wands is really, it could be to broaden your horizons, but I don't think that you need to broaden your horizons as such. I think that you guys have already got it in the pan. Your goal is this Three of Wands, and this is to, whatever that card faces. Well, the Four of Cups is there. Okay, that's interesting. Three of Wands and Four of Cups is an interesting combination. Okay. I think that really these two cards are saying is that your goal is to be very selective in what you find in love. Because the Four of Cups is a card that says, yeah, you got offers, but you're being selective. And the Three of Wands is an expectation card. So if we put both things together, we could say that your goal is to be very selective. You're expecting, Three of Wands is to expect to have something to come to you, and the Four of Cups is to be selective. So I think that your goal is to be selective, if we just put the words together, in 2018 in terms of love. But it doesn't look like it's, I mean, it might be something to do with this. And as a result of that, the focus on getting what you want, I guess. Because I guess if we looked at these two cards, if the Four of Cups means that you're being selective, you're selecting out the prime individuals in terms of what you're finding in terms of love, it might be with the Three of Wands. Well, I'm expecting to, it's not that your goal is not to turn down. I don't believe it's that, because the Four of Cups, we can turn that around and say, well, you might be expecting your goal is to, you know, get as many suitors as possible because you want to sift through the data. So it might be that your goal is really to look at, if I were to look between the lines with both cards, I feel here, Capricorn, that your goal is not necessarily to have an absolute slam dunk in a relationship, to find the one straight off the bat. I think that your goal is really to look at a variety of people in 2018 with these cards. And as a result of that, you have to find your tribe. If you're going to find that, if you're going to have a look at a variety of people, you have to be in the area where you can do it with the Ten of Cups, which means going out, enjoying yourself, finding people that you can have a good time with, because your challenge is the Two of Swords. I'm going to see why your challenge is this Two of Swords in terms of finding love in 2018. The Lovers. See, the Two of Swords can be to be in two minds, or it can mean to be indecisive. So it might be that your challenge is that you've not had relationships because you're always... The Two of Swords can mean to block out, but it can also mean indecision. And your challenge might be that you never really know what you want in terms of relationships. You never really know whether someone's a soulmate or they're not a soulmate, or whether somebody's good for you or they're not good for you. Because so a Two of Swords can mean two paths. Or two lovers. So for some of you guys, it might be that you've got a couple of options around you with that lover's energy and the Two of Swords. Because this can mean two paths. You've got two decisions to make in terms of love. So for some of you, your challenge might be that you do actually have a couple of options around you in 2018 for love. But how do you overcome that? King of Cups, those options. Well, you're looking for the kindest individual, aren't you, with the King of Cups energy showing here. Okay. The way that you overcome that is by choosing, because the Six of Coins means to choose. So it's almost like the way that you overcome that is a kindly individual, a supportive, loving individual Capricorn needs to choose. Because here I'm seeing a running theme between two choices, two paths in terms of love. And the way that you overcome those two choices that some of you guys are going to get in 2018 is by choosing. The Six of Coins is a word about, we can also attribute the word choosing, the kindest of the pair. I'm seeing two lovers coming in, but this is the first time I've seen this type of reading actually for the ones that I've been doing in terms of love, but it's literally predicting something, but I feel it is. I think you're going to have two lovers coming in for you Capricorns. And what will happen is that you need to choose. Six of Coins is to choose. Can you see how he chooses one over the other? This is you. You need to choose the kindest, most empathic, supportive individual that you can out of that group, out of those two people. Because you're going to have two choices, I feel, for love. Coming in, the next step to finding true love. And this is good because this is where it is. It's saying find the most caring, kind individual that you can. Because I think that your goal will be to seek out, because the Three of Wands is to seek as well, is to seek out many different options here. And you'll get it. But your challenge will be Two of Swords and the Lovers. There could be issues because swords are struggles. So sometimes this is indecision in terms of love, never really knowing how to make your mind up or who you want. Or it could be that you are indecisive in terms of love or in terms of a lover or lovers. Choose the kindest, most sincere individual. Find inner balance coming in, because you guys are going through a transition. I'm just going to ask, why is Capricorn going through a transition in February 2018? Why is Capricorn going through a transition with the Death card? Not February, sorry. What am I saying? In 2018, sorry. Okay, so I think that you are ending a dispute, or you're ending problems. So I'm seeing, because Five of Wands is problems and disputes, and the Death card means to end. So I think that you guys, in 2018, you are death. No more problems for you. You are outgrowing. You've outgrown going through disputes and problems in relationships. Coming in, I think that there's going to be a wait though. Let's have a look with the Seven of Coins, what's coming in. Coming in, Capricorn, what you'd experience is the Seven of Coins. I think that coming in, there's going to be somebody around you guys. There's a wait card here. Seven of Coins means to wait. Causes loss or causes sadness. So I think there's going to be somebody that comes in, and it might be this King of Cups dude here, but I think that there's going to be a wait for this individual, and it's going to cause some upset for some of you guys, because Five of Cups is to feel upset and sad, and the Seven of Coins means that you're having to wait. The next stage, because this stage here is Temperance, so the next stage you guys need to follow in terms of finding true love is Temperance, and this is getting your own balance back, feeling more adjusted, feeling good about yourselves with the Temperance energy. This could be anything: going to the gym, eating right, drinking plenty of water. This is all about feeling centered. So the way to achieving true love is to feel centered with that Temperance card coming in, because what you're going to experience is some form of a wait for love. And I don't think this is a person. I think that some of you guys are literally going to be waiting for love for some of you guys, and this might bring some sadness in. But it's saying, well, don't be sad, because you're going to be feeling good within the self. You know, no news is good news. Love is going to come in, but, you know, this is a time of due diligence, because you guys don't want this. You don't want the devil. You don't want some pokey, nasty, toxic relationship coming in. You're not interested in that. So the universe is taking its time. And the stronger that you get in terms of heart, body and mind with the Temperance energy, the more you can withstand this energy showing here. The outcome for how you find true love is the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords, I'm recognising, is going to run out of a card, so this might be telling you to avoid. Why the Knight of Swords? Let's have a look at what shows up behind the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I mean, look, you've got the Knight of Swords and the Four of Coins. Four of Coins is a card that, you know, it's renowned for talking about people who are reluctant to move out of a comfort zone. It's telling you to move, because the Knight of Swords is move. Move out of a comfort zone with the Four of Coins energy. Alright? So it's just telling you that you just need to keep on going. I know it's a cliched reading. Keep on going, you know. No matter what. All of those words, they're the same old words that a lot of tarot readers will tell you. But this Knight of Swords moves out, and the Four of Coins is the comfort zone. Okay? Because new love, Ace of Cups, will bring success with the Chariot. This is success and this is new love. New love will bring success, or new love is coming in. The Chariot means to come in, and this is new love and the Chariot. So new love, Ace of Cups, it will bring success. New love is coming in. Chariot can be something's coming in. Let's get this reading one more time before we finish off, and we'll quickly do the advice cards for you. So how does Capricorn achieve true love in 2018? Well, and beyond. You guys are releasing yourself. Death means release. I think that you're releasing, you're ending. More than anything, I would say release. You're releasing yourself from challenges, from disputes, from conflicting or conflictive energy in terms of relationships. That's what you're doing here. Because the reason that you want to find true love for some of you guys is that you guys have been on your own for quite a while. You've been focusing on yourself, 9 of coins, building your own confidence, your own value. Some of you guys focusing on your work, focusing on becoming more successful. But I think as a result of that energy here, you guys in the first stage of finding true love have said, you know what, actually I am open now to being with someone. So you've gone out there and you said, look, let me show that I'm available. For some of you guys, it'll be online stuff. Your goal is to, with this 3 of Wands, I think it's to seek. But when I look at these cards, if you look at these cards together, can you see how the 3 of Wands looks past the 4? It's not looking directly towards it, it's looking past it. So I would probably say that this card now we could read as avoidance. I think that your goal is to avoid, because the 3 of Wands personally looks directly past that 4 of Cups. He's not looking at it at all. Not in the least. Let me see, where would he be looking? Right. So he's not, can you see how he looks completely away, right to the front? And this is here. I think that your goal is to avoid unhappy relationships more than anything with that 4 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. Because all I was doing was reading the key cards, but when I look at the pictures on the cards, this person's not even looking anywhere close near that 4 of Cups. So this is to avoid, because it's looking outwards from the 4 of Cups. I think that your goal is to avoid relationships that cannot bring happiness. And to do that, you guys need to focus on the 10 of Cups. So this is finding your tribe and finding the people that you feel most happiest and aligned with. Because your challenge is the 2 of Swords. And I think that there's a lot of, it might be that there is, it's not so much about making decisions in terms of love, even though it could be maybe, because you've got the 2 of Swords, indecisiveness in terms of love. So it might be that you have relationships that have always been there's always been a certain sense of indecisiveness around them. It might be that, you know, your challenge is always finding blockages in terms of unions and love. But how you overcome that is by giving your time and attention to people who are kind and supportive and the real deal, I feel, with this King of Cups. I think coming in, Capricorn, you need to, I hope I didn't call you Pisces, jeez, sometimes my head goes off on the tangents. The other way to find true love, the 3rd stage is temperance, and this is about finding balance within the self. So go gym, eat well, sleep well, drink well, all of those things. Get centered with the temperance energy, especially spiritually, because temperance is a spiritual card. So it's telling you to become more spiritually balanced as an individual in 2018, because you are going to have, for some of you guys, a wait to find Mr. or Mrs. Right, and it might bring in with the 5 of Cups a little bit of despondency, but it's only because the universe is saying you don't want the devil, and what the universe wants to do is take its time to bring, for some of you guys it's not going to be casual, you'll find perfectly good relationships, but for some of you guys it might be a little bit of a time. You know, the 7 of Coins, it could be 7 months, for example. So for some of you guys, even though Pentacles for some people represents years, this could be like 7 months. It might be because what's coming in is like 7 months, maybe by what, July, some of you guys. So it might be might take 7 months, and it might bring a certain element of despondency with that 5 of Cups energy. Because you guys don't want that. You don't want the devil. You don't want toxic, nasty relationships. So the universe is saying, well, you don't want it and you want to avoid it here. If you don't want it, we need to take time to get it to you. So you're going to need to trust us on that, Capricorn. The outcome is the Knight of Swords. You need to avoid staying the 4 of Cups in a comfort zone, i.e. this, I think. Because new love is coming in, Ace of Cups in the Chariot. New love is coming in. It is coming in for you. It is coming in. So some of you guys, it might be that you are blocked off to love, and it might be that you need to avoid being this with this 4 of Coins, because new love is coming in. Avoid blocking yourself off from love. But I don't think a lot of you guys are actually blocking yourself off too much. It doesn't feel like that, because you're doing this. You've been quite happy just to concentrate on yourselves, and you're doing this as well. I think you just need to basically focus on becoming spiritually stronger. When I say spiritually stronger and more aligned and centered, you need to develop in that the trust, because it might be a little bit of time before new love comes in. It might make some of you guys feel a bit despondent. Might be a bit of time, but it's telling you to get strong spiritually and trust more, because new love will come in. We're going to quickly do your advice reading before we go on this reading. So, Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have through the romance angels for how Capricorn finds true love in 2018? What is the advice that you have for Capricorn? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. I don't know who that is. If there's somebody around you, maybe this is the way forward in 2018. You need to discuss honestly how you feel about a situation with a person. Interesting. I didn't really see much evidence of that in the reading, but it could be. Maybe this is the challenge part here, and maybe this is the person it talks about. Let's get the other card. Guardian Angels advice. So, Universe Spirit, Guardian Angels, what is the advice that you have for Capricorn in terms of how they find true love in 2018? Show me. Seven of Action. I've seen this before. I think this is Seven of Swords. You're being called upon to claim your personal power. Feel confident, as your angels will give you the strength to say no when it's the right thing to do for yourself. Your struggle may actually stem from an unresolved inner conflict rather than a conflict with others. Okay, so you're being called upon to claim your personal power. You're claiming it here, aren't you? Death and that Five of Wands. You're actually claiming your personal power. So another way to find your true love is to claim your personal power in 2018. And if the situation isn't right for you, abandon it, because it's not going to serve you in the long run. And the final card that we're going to look at is the lesson that you need to learn in terms of finding true love in 2018. What is the lesson? What is the lesson that Capricorn needs to learn in terms of finding true love in 2018? Oops, daisy. Cards flying about. Just bear with me one moment. They're very thin, these cards are actually. What is the lesson that Capricorn needs to learn in terms of finding true love in 2018? Show me. It says the Star. You know, so easy to turn around and say something cliched like, let your star shine bright. Let's have a look at the advice from here with the Star card. I think the Star card is just to release. Release any anguish, any nerves, because the Star is as much a card about release as other cards can be about release. The Star is one of those cards. So, I think the Star really, for me, as an advice card, is a lesson that you need to learn with the Star, is that there is someone out there for you. They are being aligned for you right now. You need to trust that the universe is bringing in what you are hoping for. There is manifestation. The lesson that you need to learn with the Star is all about trusting in the manifestation that the universe is bringing into you. The Star is also very much a spiritual card. It talks about alignment and that the universe is aligning you with your greatest wish. So if you're looking for love, you have hope in your heart. Someone seen from afar inspires you with pure love, leading you toward a new relationship and fulfilling creative work. Your Star may also be a mentor who rekindles your spirituality. As I said, whatever your situation, the Star guides you towards your great success. Exactly. Lesson is that you need to learn, represent that you're being guided. Everything is in divine timing and everything is in the divine plan. If you have to wait and you are feeling slightly despondent in 2018, Capricorn, know that this is not a fluke, all right? Know that this is in God's timing. It's all universal timing. It will happen when the universe aligns you with the right individual. You already done said, devil is your fear. I don't want toxic relationships. I don't want bullshitty relationships. I don't want relationships that enslave me. The universe says, yeah, we listen to you, we're hearing you. We're trying to find the right person for you, Capricorn. But you've got to realise that this might take a bit of time. So even though you become despondent, the advice through the Star card, the lesson that you need to learn is that you need to trust. The universe is manifesting the right person for you right now, but it might take a bit of time. Okay? It might just take that little bit of time, but just trust that everything is in divine timing and everything is how it should be. That is your love reading for, your love reading, how to find true love in 2018 for Capricorn. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I will see you guys. Loads of stuff coming up on the channel, so keep your eyes peeled. Love you very much. Take care.